This week's episode of Ghost Gossip is all about the Pennhurst Haunted Asylum, located in Spring City, Pennsylvania, formerly known as the Pennhurst State Institution for the Feeble-Minded and Epileptic. In 1908, Pennhurst opened, and it was originally supposed to house 500 individuals with disabilities, but quickly grew overcrowded and understaffed, and before long, claims of neglect and abuse began. Originally supposed to only house individuals with disabilities. However, before long, the state prison system became overcrowded, and the state began sending state prisoners to be housed with individuals with disabilities in Pennhurst. Who made that decision? They were so overcrowded and so understaffed that the building was absolutely disgusting. It was covered in waste and feces, and the individuals were barely clothed. There are even reports that Dr. Fear, yes, his name is Dr. Fear, used chemical restraints in order to punish and control patients. And during an investigation, this was discovered and he was suspended and he quit. In 1968, a reporter named Bill Baldini did an expose type 5-part series on the hospital. They actually were like, come on in, the water's fine, there's nothing to see here. And when he walked in, him and his staff were completely blown away by the disgusting conditions that these individuals were living in. He said he found children and adults restrained to their cribs by their ankles and their feet. And the staff were like, well, if they're restrained, we know where they are. What? 1974, Terry Hallerman, who was a resident at the facility, went home and her parents found her black and blue, and they sued the hospital. And this angel of a judge here, Judge Broderick, he said, you're violating these people's civil rights. But the Supreme Court be like, nope, can't do that. They reversed his decision. Luckily, the parties were able to settle the case, and Pennhurst shut down in 1987. It took almost 20 years to shut that place down after the neglect and the abuse was exposed on the news and everybody saw it. And I want to know why. And in 2008, it was purchased by Pennhurst LLC and it was opened as a haunted asylum. In 2017, the Pennhurst LLC traded hands, and now it is not only a haunted attraction, but it also serves to be a historic reminder and museum, and people try to educate on what happened here. But Ashley, what about the ghost? Oh honey. Because of all the dark history, there are tons of reports of hauntings that come out of Pennhurst. Some claim they see a little girl who is kind of like hunched over and looking confused and wandering the hall at the Mayflower building. Others say they have seen a nurse in a uniform and that she sticks you with a needle. No, thank you. There's said to be a little boy named Howie that plays, and he has a little airplane, and he does not like people messing with his airplane. Other reports say that there is an angry maintenance man in the boiler room of the basement, and there is a man, possibly named Fisher, who hangs out in the common room and the bathroom. People report seeing shadow figures, hearing laughter, children's voices. They report hearing music coming from the hallways. EVPs are picked up saying get out or help me. And there are also multiple reports of doors slamming, screaming, people seeing shadow figures, growling, and overall there's a heavy sense of dread and sadness. It's a dark one. There's no question to me as to why energy remains there after all of these years and why there might be a lot of trapped souls left. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know. Do you have any recommendations on haunted histories that you would like me to look into? Or you're like, hey, I have a story. I've been haunted before. I would love to hear them. Just let me know. You can send me an email at ghostgossip247@gmail.com. Give me a like, give me a follow, and I appreciate you always. And until next time, they will see you later.